Welcome back into Attacking Third. We are so excited to welcome in Olympic gold medalist and Roma player Evelyne Viens to Attacking Third. Evelyne, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, you guys are top of the table at Roma. Tell me about your time so far and how you've been enjoying it.
It's been good. It's been pretty busy, not going to lie, with so many games. But overall, it's been good. I mean, we're top of the table so far. We did Champions League. We are still in the Cup of Italy, so it's good.
In comparison to coming off of the Swedish league, like what has, I guess, Italy been like?
I think the playing style is really different than what I'm used to, in a way of here people love to keep the ball, be in possession of it, and just really confident on the ball. In Sweden, I would say was more physically different. I think it was a little bit more challenging, and in the way of people to tackle were different than here. And I think here technically people are really above what I've played with, and it's a great challenge for me.
Evelyne, you mentioned playing in all these various competitions right now. Of course, in league play with Roma, the Champions League, the League Cup. I want to ask how you balance that, because it is such a demanding schedule, and to have so many different games, whether it's the competition or your game style. How do you personally handle that many games and the volume of games?
It's a good question. I'm still trying to figure it out in some way. I think, this morning I was talking with Saki about how many games we have played since January 7. It was our first game in the Super Copa, and before national team break, I think we'll have played 12 games with a lot of traveling. So I think I'm just trying to give it all on the field, and when I go home, just like be able to think about other stuff, because it's a lot of football. I love it, but at the same time, you need to stay balanced. And yeah, I'm trying to like find ways to help my body to recover faster and just be every game at the top. But I'm not going to lie, it's hard emotionally. Sometimes you play Champions League, and after in the weekend you play a league game that has a different intensity level, but you still need to be able to win those games.
Evelyne, you have such diversity in your really young playing career. You played in NWSL, France, Sweden, Italy, Canadian national team. What has each team and league or even country kind of added elements to your game? Can you share like how that transition has been and how that's really evolved your game as a holistic player?
Yeah, I think that's a lot of country I've played in for sure. But I think the US and the BSL, I was young when I got there. I didn't play much. I think I learned a lot about physically, how you need to be able to be good in transition, how you can just bring your style and implement it. So I think I learned a lot about what I need to improve as a player to be able to play in that league. I think in France, I learned the technical aspect and with a mix of tactical. When I got to Sweden, I think I would say tactically, I learned a lot. The coach was one of my favorite coach I had so far in my career, because how she will prepare the games, how she will make sure we were able to win. And I think here it's for sure technically I've been improving a lot, but people on the ball, especially the midfielder, are just confident and just are so agile.
Yeah, Evelyn, I want to maybe talk about some of your experiences on the international stage with Canada's national team, gold medalist during the Tokyo Games, and looking ahead for the program a little bit. The Gold Cup is coming up. They're going to have an opportunity to go ahead and maybe add some more hardware for the program. What would you maybe like to see for this team to kind of take those next steps in this cycle coming up for them?
I think we're not going to lie. This summer was pretty hard at World Cup. I think we had a high at the Olympic, and we did not perform this summer. But since that moment that we lost 4-0 against Australia, I think we've been able to bounce back, being able to build a team that want to play a little bit more with the ball, just different formation, different style of play. And at the same time, we have been kind of turning a page with Sinclair leaving, some great veteran too. So I think it's a different leadership group coming up, and we're for sure going to be focused on the Gold Cup, and Olympic is not too far away. So I think we're in a good direction. We're building in a good way, and I think the values are still there. And what we did at Olympic was amazing, and we want to keep going.
There are a lot of changes happening within this Canada squad. As you mentioned, the retirement of legend, the GOAT, can we say, Christine Sinclair. And with so many international tournaments coming up, the W Gold Cup, and then of course the Olympics, how do you see your role on this team changing as a veteran?
It's a good question. That's a question that I hope I can answer more in maybe 6 months. I think I've been in kind of this bubble of in and out, and sometimes I'm there and I play. So of course, I think I carry a good experience here. I'm playing a lot. I'm playing different positions. So I just hope for this Gold Cup to go in and just bring my identity, bring what I can bring offensively, and show the coaching staff that I improve in so many aspects. And yeah, I want to be part of that team, help the team to win. And yeah, I think it's a good question, and I don't think now I can give you a perfect answer because I don't know.
Well, that's okay, Evelyne. We're excited to watch you and see how it continues to evolve.
Yeah, Evelyne, your game has definitely evolved, though. Even, the stats from you going from team to team, you've become a prolific goal scorer. You come on a pitch and everyone is expecting you to score, and you do. You show out. So I have to ask, as a former forward as well, what's your favorite goal you've scored and your favorite type of goal to score?
Oh, that's favorite goal. Okay, I'm going to answer the second part first because I think I'm such I think national team will always say that I'm not fox in the box, but like I just love to be in the box, receiving crosses, being there on the first post. I think that's my typical run. So any crosses, anything in the box I can finish. I love those finish. And favorite goal. Oh my God, that's a really good question. Thinking quick, I think maybe when just before the Olympic, that was my first start with Canada against England. I think I scored after 2 minutes, so the relief, the pressure just went out. And yeah, against England, I think 2021, that was one of my favorites.
I love that. Fox in the box. I'm just excellent. Excellent energy. We heard you touch a little bit on some of your experiences playing in different areas internationally with Canada. Maybe let's talk a little bit about how developing your game comes to life alongside playing with teammates. You've got some pretty notable ones at Roma. Who have you enjoyed really playing with and sort of have kind of felt your own game changing while playing alongside them?
I think at Roma, it's the first one is for sure Saki Kumagai. How she is as a person, first is amazing. She wants so much stuff, and she's the most humble and positive person I know. So just being able to do some exercise with her technically, I'm learning a lot. She's not easy on me, but I really like working with her. And I think in Roma, I would say with midfielder, the Italian, I didn't expect that, but they're so good technically and just they're small physically compared to a lot of people I play with, but the amount of their work rate and how they see the game, it's different for sure.
We talk about you going to all these different leagues and picking up different things. This is a little bit of a fun one, but what does your game day routine look like now? Because you've obviously experienced different players with different routines and picked up things along the way. What does tomorrow before you play against Sassuolo look like for you?
Honestly, since I've been in Roma, I kind of stopped having too much stuff because this team is the most superstitious team I ever play with. It's honestly can be an hour with it, and it's kind of like not mentally stable in my opinion. They have they follow so many steps. The last person that walk out of the locker room, she needs to be the last one, and she goes on the field in a different way. But I think for me, I'm in Italy, I eat pasta every time before a game, and after I don't do much. I think I go on the field and I just tell myself some mental word that I work with. And yeah, I think when I jog, I just jump on the line and I go. That's about it. I don't have that much game day routine anymore.
All right, you have to tell me what kind of pasta though, because the Italians eat a ton of pasta. My boyfriend told me that they eat like a little pie before for a sugar rush as well. What kind of pasta are you eating?
I eat the most basic stuff, and I wish we had it in Canada that tastes as good. Just pasta that they cook really like al dente, and after you have some red sauce and some parmesan on top, and that's it. It's the best thing. I can eat it every day, and it's so basic.
Evelyne, I know you play with Elena Linari, and I played with her in Bordeaux. I think maybe we might have missed each other while you were at Paris FC, but in France, they did sugar packets. Did your team do that too? Before a game to have energy? And I thought that was the wildest thing.
No, no, I never, but they like do espresso. Like they drink so much coffee here. It's
So much, so much.
like every time, like we're done at dinner and they just like time for a coffee. And if you order a cappuccino after 11, you're going to get all the comments in the world that it's not okay to do. So no, I've never seen people doing sugar stuff, but there's snack in the locker room at halftime. We have like parmesan, like cheese, like block. Like I don't know. Like for me, it makes no sense. But and we have like prosciutto. Like it's not what I'm used to. For sure.
That sounds amazing.
Do you
That sounds
eat
like a bougie snack.
Yeah. Do you eat it at halftime or do you bring your own snack to eat?
I bring my own stuff, and sometimes people look at me, but I'm just used to it. But no, it's great. It's just like a different culture, but they're super professional and they do everything. Like if it works for them, it works for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, you're at the top of the table. It's
Yeah.
working.
Let's change it up.
We're asking our producers to give us a little bit of a Parmesan cheese break eventually. Evelyne, thank you so much for joining us here on Attacking Third. It was a pleasure, and we look forward to seeing you during the Gold Cup.
Thank you so much for your time.